I am River, also known as 32121 as my username online. Or I'm also known as 1221 or River1221. This is another edition of Mystreet characters if they were cats within the universe of Cattails. You don't have to watch the other video of this, as I might mention a few things about it, but overall you don't have to. Though in the last one I did go over some of the details about the colony. So let's get on with this part. Oh, also warning. I am recording this while it is just about 9 a.m. I woke up at 6 p.m. yesterday. I know my sleep schedule is not the best, and I have not slept. Well, actually, I don't know when. I think it was like 6:05ish. Basically, I am tired. So, and this is, I don't even, think about much what these characters would be. So this is like purely, like on the spot. I might cut this whole part out. And if you're seeing this part right here now, I decided to, I didn't decide to just re-record it. Though I wouldn't be surprised if I do end up, because, I'm really, not sure if I'll, be, able to, get out. Basically, I don't know if this is gonna be, good. So now, actually, let's, get on with this. You can also notice that I'm using this scene instead of the regular overlay for the info. So, for this video, I am doing Katelyn's family. So, I guess since I will start with the parents first, as I did that in the last one, I'm not sure if, people would want me to go into, I haven't seen anyone, no one's said that they'd like to see the genetic sides of things, so I am keeping it without the genetic things. I can, provide what I came up with for the genetics, or, go over it in a different video. Okay, so first up is Eric, who, I made a blue/gray, sword-tailed cat with, high white spotting, no, inhibitor. The silver smoke gene, who is also Sylph. I'm not a tabby, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I mean, you can see him on the screen right now, when I eventually make it, probably, later today, when I actually get sleep. So, that's for his design, what I did. I might have forgotten about, like, Eric in general. So, since he's like a wrestler and, retired wrestler in Mystreet, I think he's probably someone who often, who's part of like the squads and stuff that goes out to defend the colony against whatever threats there are. I don't know if this colony is more like, well, I think the colony is probably more like Wildwood Story rather than the first Cattails game. So I think it's like defend the colony against the Voidling cats. We're gonna, I guess I'm just gonna say this now. We're gonna jump to Fuchs on me going over the dens. Because this time I have actually made the dens already. I just have not recorded that thing. And I'm probably gonna be more awake in the recording for that, because I probably will go to bed after this. Maybe, hopefully, I don't know. Okay, we're starting up with Eric's den, and I obviously start with the floor pan, as that's I don't, for obvious reasons, since it's the floor pan, and if I want to change things I can, but it's gonna be harder because I already did, probably would have done stuff. Oh, now I'm working on making like the pond room, where I put the crystal clear pond in. I had like rocks and stuff to it to make it look better. Uh And plants, I add a lot of plants. Plants and clutter is something I add a lot of in my builds. Oh, I also wanted to make sure I added at least 4 pixels in most of the room for his 4 kids. So Catelyn, Kacey, and then the 2 unnamed brothers. Uh Now I'm moving on to I think, yeah, this is his bedroom. I ended up making it his bedroom. And you can see I'm kind of messing around with the portraits placement, but it goes pretty fast. So and now I've added his bed. I also changed the traits and then I messed around with the portraits to make them look better in the new position. I added the dumbbell and minor thing because of him being formerly a wrestler and Mystreet, so I wanted to incorporate some like strength aspects since we don't really have any like wrestling stuff in it. So I worked with what I got have. And I for these builds I don't use any mods. So yeah, maybe I should start incorporating mods into my builds for these, but I if I were to, I'd probably actually make them myself, honestly, because I prefer not downloading files when I don't really have to. Now I'm moving on to like a kitchen-esque vibe. It's like a food room, but it's like not really a kitchen, a dining room maybe. I mean, these are cats, not really there's people. So I mean, like human terms for rooms might not necessarily be the best applied here. And I'm now working on the hallway, making it be less empty. I think I ended up wanting to add a trophy or whatever. Did I keep the 3 trophies? I think I might have kept the 3 of them. This one was actually what I was originally gonna make the bedroom before I ended up making the other one the bedroom. So I ended up turning into like a library, I guess, kind of area. And with like storage and stuff. I think it's more, yeah, okay, yeah, I made it a living space. Now I'm just making it, the walls look less plain by adding a bunch of like plants and stuff and crystals. Alright, I like making the walls have stuff around them. If it wasn't obvious. Okay, it's over. So let's cut over to the preview, I guess, of it. Okay, welcome back to the past with River who has not who is tired. Oh, next up is Elizabeth. So we have the terrible mother up next. So I would say she's a doctor, but like I don't know. I think Zach. I don't remember if she was a scientist or doctor. I can hold up. Okay, I can't find on the wiki. I'm too tired to go rework everything. But I'm not saying she is because there's someone else here that I'd want to put on the wall eventually when we get to them. But maybe at one point she was a doctor of the clan, maybe, and got like kicked out or something. I think she'd probably spend a lot of time in her den, or collecting ingredients for like trying to make like potions, I guess. I don't know if potions, I think maybe like them, not necessarily potions, but more like science. I think kind of would be like Crampy in a way with how Crampy experiments a lot. I think she'd experiment in her den a lot and not really be around. So not many people, I mean cats, are aware of her existence. Okay, now I'm gonna go on to her den. Fuxawith, who's probably gotten sleep, is gonna be with you. Okay. Hey, before we cut over to the den part, I forgot to go for what design I went for Elizabeth. Okay, so Elizabeth is long-furred, gray, blue, silver. Gray and blue are the same thing. With I made her a macro tabby. So that's her. Oh yeah, with I also with high white spotting. So that's Elizabeth. Now I'm gonna go. Now you're getting. No wait, no. Now you're going to her den. Okay. Okay, so we're on to Elizabeth's den, and as before, I started with making the floor plan. I did the single room first in order to get rid of all of the fun so that it starts out with. I had at first was trying to go for like making like a big pokeston for hers. Then I decided to make it smaller because I don't like building big rooms. So I ended up going with this design for the layout. And I started with going with the smaller room, which I ended up making her bedroom, I believe. You can see me just trying to make this work. And struggling. I I might have changed this not to be her bedroom. But I think I did keep it as her bedroom. And I kept on trying to make it look better and make more less it's a weird shape of a room. So it's definitely took a bit of configuring to make it look how I like it. I think okay, I stopped. Now I'm making like this will be like a room with bunks of like pokes and stuff, science stuff, because of her the whole forever pokes and business thing. I probably sort of incorporated something into Gartes in the honest field, but I did not back. But now I'm trying to make these crates look good. I I think I was trying to add like crates in the middle of the room and make it look how I'd like it to. Now I'm just messing around with the grass to make the grass work. Okay, I think I am done configuring the grass. Okay, I am not because I accidentally just deleted that. Uh, okay, there there we go. I realized I deleted the grass. I made these a few days ago, so you know that. And What? Why did I put that there? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure why I put that there, but I did remove it. I don't know why I thought it would look good. Uh, oh, now I'm doing the crystal pond. Because I always like to include one of those because, you know, it's a new stuff. It's, I imagine, I think having what I did, you know, who I picked to be the, colony manager who'd probably be doing the news, I think would be pretty funny. Everyone know who I'm talking about? Go watch the other one after you finish watching this. I mean, you could go watch this now, but I'd appreciate it if you finish this one first. Okay, uh, now I think I have no idea what I should do for the rest of the room, so. I was just, you know, trying to figure out what to do for this room, because I had no idea. Okay, plants time, because I always love adding plants. Looks, I really like how plants look, okay? It's, it's hard for me not to add plants in builds. That's it. And now I'm, messing around with, this room, making it kind of like an office, I guess. Uh, And now I added a ball of yarn for like no reason. I think I was trying to figure out what like worked and stuff. Okay. Oh, now it's over. Now you're gonna go see the preview for it. Welcome back to the past. Next, our unnamed characters won't be gone over as we don't know enough about them for me to actually, well, make them so. So next up is Katelyn, since I guess I'm going in order of age, I guess, for the the siblings. For Caitlyn, she is also, well, gray blue, since but actually no, it isn't technically isn't the only option. There is one other option. However, none of the ones that I am going over are that other option. So she's also silver. I made her a mackerel with medium breakage. So broken mackerel. You could also just say she's classic, or you could say she's ticked. I only am showing the face, so I think classic or mackerel would make sense. Since I'm not doing full bodies, I don't technically need to decide. But I have her listed as a mackerel, a broken mackerel. Or she could just be a mackerel because of and she has highlight spotting, which could just make her look like she's a broken mackerel. Okay, so for what I think she'd do in her free time, I think she'd work on like I think she'd work out a decent amount. Kind of like Champ, I guess. She'd be hardworking. Oh, I think they'd like I think she would work on like making plays and stuff. Since I mean it's implied I mean it's pretty much stated that these cats and the cats and Cattails know how to read. So her writing stuff makes total sense within the law of Cattails. I'm gonna go over to her then networks. I will expand on a lot of this stuff when we get there. Okay, we on to Caitlyn's. It took me a second to get into it. but well, for hers, I wanted to add like a person as a reference to her, forever post, being on the way forever post. Probably multiple. I also added a dumbbell as a reference to her being like super strong because of the forever person. And then I actually decided to change the walls first, which I don't usually do. And I actually think this is the only one I changed the walls for. Her then I spent the most time on. As you can see, I'm starting on her room first. I just stopped for a good second. Now I'm back to making her room. Did I add? No, okay, maybe. I did not add the colony emblem. I think I should, like, add the custom one I made into the file so I can actually have the colony emblem be the one I made for this. But I'll do that later. Oh yeah, I made a summoning circle. I'm not actually a summoning circle, but it's supposed to be like, cause for her meditation thing. I just happened to make it look like a summoning circle. Oh, also I made sure to include fire in each one of the rooms, whether it be a candle or a fireplace. I added fire because I I started another series. Also, the whole burn down the housing when she was so younger. I don't. Did she actually burn down the house, or did she just call it on? You know what? That's not. I'm gonna move on from that. No, I was thinking about adding like an acting thing for her, like plays and stuff. And what I ended up doing was making something of here. Yeah, those are really big rooms. And I somehow managed to work with it, even though I usually hate doing super big rooms. And this is me kind of making it like separate, like have a pathway to it. I also had like these arrows, and then because the floor is ice, I was adding things to stop it from being slippery, but also use the slipperiness to make it go faster. I was experimenting with doing a different arrow, and then I ended up deciding against it. I also added like a separation thing, with the paintings to, but make it not, connect to her room. And then I added a bunch of the seeds for like this is the like feeder area. So that was me adding the seeds. Now I'm adding like a bathroom, I guess. Well, I mean it's no cats, but like I guess I'll add it by them. And oh, this is supposed to be like a fake din for like the set. And then I just kind of I just froze. Okay, back to me. Back on it. I sometimes I leave for a second, and I probably should check to cut that out in the scene, but oh well. I'm wanting. I am currently recording this the day that this needs to be uploaded. I don't have much time, so hopefully I get it out on time. Okay, I ended up going up like a wedding thing here. So for like the place thing. Also, I think the concept of who would be performing these ceremonies, most likely, unless that cat's the one getting married, I think is incredibly funny. I will not be saying it, as I do want to at least avoid a bit saying stuff about the other episodes in this. Okay, and I also added that to make it kind of like the stakes area look separate. And then now I'm making an arrow to the bathroom. It's just, it took me a bit to get it right. It looks pretty fast for here, but it did take me a while. Now I'm adding plants because I always like adding plants. And there's also no bushes or trees that I could use, so. That was me just messing around with it, seeing what worked. And then now I'm, making a storage room, I guess. Oh wait, no, I'm making like a office meeting area thing. And now I think I'm making like I'm making the like pond area here. It's clear I don't have the best memory probably. Oh, also like there's a lot of times where I'd want to put something on some of the boxes and like you can't, and I really wish you could. And now I'm adding like the seats in this like living area, and then I added some food, I guess, pricing some. Hello, move, please, move. Okay, there we go. Now I'm making the, like, grass. I wish there was more of the grass padding so I can make interesting shapes. I wish there was more in the building area in general, because I love building in this game, but I wish I could do more with the building. And I also wish I could overlap items, because that would make builds so much better. But I get why with you can't, but I don't care about realism. And also I could have some coding problems. Okay, it's done now. On to the preview. Welcome back to the past. I am so tired. This part is. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this part. I might, when I'm more awake, go into it and be like, this fucking sucks. I gotta go, remake it. So, next up is Kacey. I think he'd, be similar to, like, Buttercup being, so probably would hunt a decent amount and be pretty, quiet. Or maybe you could compare him to like Garlic, I guess. For his design, he is not. He is not a Goldilocks tabby cat. No, he isn't silver since he isn't a Goldie cat, so he can't be silver because silver isn't a Goldie thing. But I mean he does have an inhibitor which causes silver, so he's a smoke cat. Now, I'm not sure if I ended up changing this or not. I have him listed as short hair, but since smoke can cause ghost stripes, I might change him to be long haired in the actual thing. I haven't made his yet, unlike Catelyn, who I did make already. So yeah, that might change. If he looks long for it in the art, I changed him. If he doesn't, I decided to stick with going with short hair and making ghost vibes. If I did go with making him short haired, the underneath coat would probably be tipped just to make the ghost vibes, less ghost vibes. I at least believe that's how it works. Someone can correct me in the comments. Now on to his den, which I probably have more talking points there, I guess. Okay, we're starting with Kacey's then, and no wait, hold up. Well, this is the last then, that you're saying. I think it is the last one I made. Kacey's, then. I think Catelyn's was the first I made. Now, I'm starting with the entryway after I made the floor plan, as I always start with the floor plan. And I couldn't figure out what I'd like. I kept on, changing it. I don't remember what I ended up going with, but I ended up going with that, with the bookshelf, okay. I went for, like, a plants, thing, but for a case, there's not too much, we know about Kacey besides in, PDAs. And I'm not sure how well it would transfer into the game. Oh, and now I'm making stories because I always like to add these crates and always plants. I like the crates and the plants. I think it was pretty obvious. I like anything that makes a room has like less dead space. Now I added cells for like the first time in any of these builds. Oh, and now I'm going with his. I think I ended up not going with that. Yeah, I didn't end up going with that being his room. More plants because I like the plants a lot. Uh, I I think it will be a challenge for me not to use those plants in the build. I use those two items probably the most out of like any items in the builds. Also, if you're wondering why the glass bottles look like that, I believe it actually affects like it's like transparent to the background and stuff. So since I have a blue background for this, the color is a bit different. Now I'm adding a book area for his room. Well, wait, no, room. I'm like a library-ish area. I moved the positioning of the bookshelves, and then I added more grass because I also really like those grass paxes. Now I'm adding the crystal clear pond, like the TV that basically acts as a TV, honestly. Uh, and then I don't what else no, but I did not go for adding windows there. Of course, adding a seat because I always add a seat. And now I'm going for the top room. It appears. I mean, I'm that's what I'm doing. So like, I don't really remember what I know what I did for the entrance. I just don't remember what I did for everything else there. I ended up changing that because I did not like how the little thing looked. So it was no longer under the default amount of tires. And then I was adding like plants and stuff. I don't really I'm curious what I actually ended up really doing for this one. Was it like seeds? Was it like a seeding room? What did I do? Huh. Well, I mean, I'll see in this. Okay, so I added plants, for the light. So okay, now I removed it. Okay, now I added seeds to it. Okay, so I did went with having it be a seeding room. And now I'm adding these carpets to make it not be that long of a walk. I was making so everything like works, and then I because that calendar doesn't actually work in the game. I added a secret one back here that's usable. Open, there we go. Now you're gonna go see the preview. Welcome back to the past. I am still tired. I hope you enjoyed. This might be might be longer. I don't know how long this is gonna end up. This part, the past part, is probably gonna be pretty short. So hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Maybe. What out? Bye. Also, if you like the video, I guess you can like it. I guess you don't have to. Bye. Oh yeah, I have a title screen thing for the next one. Secret out for I guess. Hi. Bye. Water out, I guess. Thank you for staying to the end, I guess. The other part up here somewhere, I guess. Comment if you want to comment, and if you reached it this far, I guess put a light blue heart in the comments, I guess. If you reached it this far, so, bye, I guess.